Children and the elderly are probably the most vulnerable classes of people.
Yep.
And so there's an element of trust that you need. I mean, what is the worst thing that you hear is if somebody abused an elder or a child? Those are benchmarks almost that I used. If someone abused a child or an animal, they're just, there's no, they're beyond help.
Yeah.
But the people who want to take care of those groups of people, I think, are special. And getting back to our whole theme here, or what I'm thinking the theme is, you can take better care of them if you're taking care of yourself. Okay. And I'm not saying you have to go out and get facials. That's not in everyone's budget. It's not in everyone's time budget. But you can do things to really make the amount of care that you're giving other people sustainable.
You know what? You said the time budget. So I've had my lashes done way before lashes were a thing. I remember there being a point, and I go every 2 weeks, and it's about an hour, and I was like, I don't have time for this. And I was like, you know what?
That's your meditation.
Allowed an hour every 2 weeks to do something just for me and to have just some quiet space and just zone out.
Yes.
Take a nap.
Yes.
Or whatever. So now I have 3 things. It's lashes, nails, and massage.
Yes.
Every 2 weeks. And they're kind of non-negotiable. And
that is another theme, like being nice to yourself, taking care of yourself, time. But when and I see women, nobody beats themselves up more than a woman who's made a mistake. And it can really mess you up, like emotionally.
Coming from a man's perspective, let's throw that in there. I mean, for one thing with men, we're taught we don't have emotions.
Yeah.
But we do.
Yes.
But, okay, here's my issue. I sort of get now at this stage of my life, like the idea of you got to love yourself before you can love somebody else. You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of someone else. But I used to say crap all along, like I'm going to work on myself. I had no idea what I was talking about. I now have a little bit better idea, but how do you let's say you're in your job, you are running and gunning, even if you don't know you're about to burn out, or if you burn out, how do you identify what you need to do that would that would do what you're talking about, taking care of yourself? Because it's going to be different.
Yes. And it is, but I actually have an answer. I'm a big believer in therapy too. And so I had a therapist one time, and she said, I want you to find a baby picture of yourself, and I want you to print it out and put it in a frame. And the things we tell ourselves, the things we beat ourselves up, we would never say to a friend or a child. And so you need to treat yourself how you would treat your best friend. So let's say everyone messes up, and sometimes they're big ones. But if you telling yourself you're stupid, no one else would have made that mistake is not helping. And I had another idea back to animals. If you have a golden retriever puppy, they're all paws, they're bouncing all over. And you're trying to train this puppy to walk down the sidewalk, not go off. So if the puppy falls off the curb, you don't yell at that puppy and go, get up, you little shit. You go, come on, puppy, and gently get him back on track. And we need to treat ourselves that way, because yelling at yourself, being mean to yourself. And another thing is our subconscious mind is like this evil thing.
It is.
And it's back there and you don't even realize it. And this is why having time, bringing awareness to that, it's like you don't realize saying, oh my God, that was stupid. I shouldn't have said that. Blah, blah, blah. You don't even realize it's going on in the back, but it is.
One of my favorite poets is Rupi Kaur. I was talking about her this week with some friends, and she written a poem about focusing on the negative. And it says, it's basically something about you can do 1,000 great things during the day, but somebody can identify one wrong thing.
Yes.
And that's all you're going to think about.
Okay. That's so true. And scientists have discovered why we do that. It is a survival mechanism. Because you can have, let's say you're out there, hunting and gathering, and there's some bunny rabbits and a couple little squirrels, but then there's that tiger. And so your brain focuses on the threats because it wants to keep you alive. But we're not being chased by dinosaurs anymore. And see, that's another thing, bringing awareness to it. So sometimes you can beat yourself up about beating yourself up. So you need to realize this is, and another therapist, he said, whenever you see yourself going down that path, Denise, I'm supposed to say these words to wake myself up. And they are, there I go again. there I go again, looking at the worst. There I go again, ruminating, overthinking, and being my own worst enemy. We have real enemies in the world.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself be one of them.